Shooting this video was the first time I've ever used an EGO product. Yes, I know, it's embarrassing. But I constantly get comments on my other videos, such as this. TRZ, you're my one and only idol, but you really need to try EGO, brah. Or something like, EGO rocks. P.S. How do you keep your skin so smooth? Or this one here. EGO makes the best OPE ever. Also, your voice is an angelic symphony of one. And though those comments are well thought out and mostly true, I wanted to put the EGO 2 to test myself. So I brought out the new GoPro to test the action on this thing. We'll talk about all the specs, the build quality, everything you want to know about this blower. We'll have it in this video for you to check out. So let's talk about EGO for a minute here. You know, they came out of basically nowhere and they're dominating the outdoor power equipment. So many people leave me so many comments about EGO. I had to check these things out for myself. Now, what are you going to get with this blower? Well, you'll get the charger. You're going to get a 5Ah battery. We're also going to do a runtime test and a charge test on this to see how long it takes to charge and completely deplete that battery. But the battery that you see here, a lot of the dedicated outdoor power tool companies use those larger batteries. They're interchangeable with many different tools, you know, the weed eaters and such, but they give you that longer runtime. Now, you would think with this battery being larger that it would be unbalanced or, you know, just really heavy, but it's not. The blower itself is so light that that battery actually helps balance it out. So check this out. With the 56-volt battery, you're looking at 180 mile per hour, 650 CFM on this thing. That makes this the most powerful battery-powered blower in this style on the market. For the weight of this thing, under 13 pounds. 280 watt hours, no gas, no plug, 100% battery. Alright, what about the cool features of this? Well, you got the auto run, which I'll show you here in a bit, and you also got a turbo. Yeah, a turbo button! Everything should have a turbo button on it. That is where the power really comes in on this blower. Again, I'll show you that in use. It's brushless, it got a good build, it's weather resistant, which is real nice like. Let's talk about that turbo button here for a second. The full 650 CFM, the 180 mile per hour, if you want that thing to just start blasting, you push that button down and it just freaking goes. The other thing that I mentioned is you do not have to hold that trigger down the entire time. All you gotta do is turn that knob and you can adjust that speed and then just leave it there without having to pull that trigger. Not only all that, you got the variable speed trigger, right? And you get the two different attachments. Now, if you really want to just take some leaves and just blow them all over the place or away from you, you go with that rounder attachment. If you want it a more controlled, well, then you put this attachment on there and it really allows you to, you know, move that material or that debris wherever you want it. And you can also take off the longer attachment, so if you want some storage space or whatever, you can do that. Super easy to do. Check that out. Pretty cool. All right, enough talking. It's time to use and abuse. We got a fully charged battery here, people. Now let's check this out. Basically what I did was took all the grass clippings from this yard and blew it onto this very long driveway. That way it was wider, it was longer. I was really able to test this thing out. So basically we're just taking this and just throwing that grass. We're gonna see how it does. We're not on turbo, by the way. Of course, I'll show you that here in a second, but just does an excellent job, very large swaths, I guess you would say, to clean off that entire sidewalk, that driveway. But I want to let you hear that power boost, that turbo. Let's kick that on. Oh, baby! You can definitely hear that thing rev up. Super monstrous, very powerful, but I really want to show you. We're going to put that other attachment on here. Check this out. Again, you got that variable speed trigger, offers a lot of control. Now we're on turbo right now. I'm not really sure if the camera does the grass clippings justice. There is a lot there. Now again, with those different attachments, if I wanted to take that grass and just blow it away from me, all over the place, out of the area, use that other attachment. This one here helps control, gets a little bit lower to the ground, and just pushes it. Now obviously you could go a lot faster than this. I'm just trying to show you that you can control those clippings, that debris, very simple by using the variable speeds and the turbo. So I'm just trying to do it for camera sakes, but you can definitely go much faster than what I'm doing. This thing is beastly. Just to give you an idea, if you were to use a 20 volt or if you were using a 20 volt or an 18 volt blower, that has nothing compared to the power of this blower here. Now, in case I forgot to remind you, you get a 3-year warranty on the battery, a 5-year warranty on the tool. The first time I had actually seen EGO was down at the Home Depot Prospective, where we checked them out. Really impressed with that, so I'm happy to be able to get these on the channel. It is just very, very impressive, this blower, and I did not realize. You look at this thing and you say to yourself, well, it's light, it's not as bulky or as big as some of these other blowers, but it's more powerful. It's just insanity. Alright, real quick, let's talk about the runtime of the blower and the charge time of the battery. I ran this on high, just sitting there with the trigger pulled. It ran for 28 minutes on high. That to me was awesome, considering the larger blowers that I have only run about 9 minutes on high. If you run this on low, you'll get about 90 minutes, which is insanity. That does not include, though, the turbo. If you use that turbo, it will suck the power out of that battery a lot faster. So remember, it really depends on the application and what you were using this for. Run it on high without the turbo, you're looking around 28 minutes with the 5.0 battery. However, with the battery being larger, if you don't have the rapid charger, which they do offer, you're looking at about 100 minutes to charge, so over an hour and a half to charge the battery. So when you're done using this, I say throw it on the charger and just let it go. If you do get the rapid charger, which is available, I'll put that in the link as well, you're looking around 60 minutes. So if you have multiple tools such as the weed eater, the blower or the mowers or whatever, I would look into getting that rapid charger. It makes a difference. Now you can see all the grass clippings that we got here. They were thick, they were nasty, they were moist. This thing did an awesome, amazing job. The commenters were correct. This is probably the greatest of all time that I have used. It is just an excellent, excellent blower. They did a great job. Everything's so easy to use on it. The only thing that I will say negative about it is the turbo button. Just the way my hand is, shaped or conforms around the handle. It's a little bit awkward when I go to hold that or press that down. But that's just me. It might be comfortable for other people. I want to know what you think, though. Leave me a comment. Now, at the end of the day, I strongly, highly recommend checking this thing out. It is a power beast. It'll get the job done, even if the wind is coming back at you. Probably the best I have used. Now, of course, if you like this video, it would be greatly appreciated if you could smash that like button, get subscribed, hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on any other tool reviews. Very good job. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Have you used EGO? What do you like about it? What do you dislike about it? Love hearing your feedback. I appreciate you stopping by. We'll be back with more videos soon.